What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training. And today we're going to be breaking down how to run a square cut dig route. So we're going to be talking about all the specific things you need to do to create some separation. Another way you can create separation against man coverage at the top of the route on a dig. So I hope this video gives you guys some value and it teaches you a few things just about route running and how you guys can create as much separation as possible. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to maintain the explosiveness, the speed off the line, explosiveness at the top of your route, acceleration out of your breaks, and just be a better physical wide receiver, maintain all the gains that you've made in the offseason, check out that very first link in the description for our in-season 28-day wide receiver gym training schedule. So what it is, it's a full 4-week breakdown of all the specific exercises, lifts that wide receivers need to do during the season to maintain the gains that they've made in the offseason. I can't tell you how many guys will lose strength, they'll lose speed, they'll lose size, which doesn't look good for recruiters when they come back in the spring because you have to build up again. So make sure that you're able to maintain. Check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get started with this video. So we're looking at this router by River. I believe you say it's Kraft. I'm not 100% sure on how you pronounce his last name, but he plays for 49ers, I believe. He's been around a couple teams in the league, but a great route runner, right? So this dig route that he's going to be running is where he's going to be restacking, trying to sell like we're running a speed out route and then come back on a dig, right? But we're able to do it in only 4 steps. So what he decides to go with, and I personally only like this type of a route when you have to run a dig route with an outside release. We are trying to sell that I am running an out with an outside release, right? So he decides to go with this dive release, right? A great release to move this DB off the platform, create some space for yourself. A dive is just essentially like a diamond release. You take 2 hard steps, you just come over 1, 2, like you're trying to run a drag, like you're trying to cross his face, anything that's going to force him to move. And if you guys actually sell this thing and you guys actually have speed and you guys actually run, that will move the DB off the route plenty. So now when he bursts back up to the outside, I want you to see how there's no indicator with his pad level. There's no indicator of a break is going to be coming, but we also got to remember that he is in the red zone. He's probably on like the 10-yard line, I'd say. So there's really no threat of a vertical, but you got to be able to threaten the out route, right? So when he gets up into this break, you see how he drops on the inside leg, right? He's starting to snap down. His weight's coming down. He's getting to an explosive position where he has balance. To be able to complete this square cut, which is essentially this cut right here. A square cut is where you go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the square cut. That's my terminology for a square cut, or that's what, when I say square cut, that's what I mean by that, right? So that first 2 steps, you have to decelerate yourself and you have to slow yourself down, right? So when you guys snap into this break, you have to get to this position right here. You have to get to this slow, explosive position where you have balance. So many guys will try to do this and they'll try to do it with their chest up tall and they just try to do the steps. That's not going to work because A, there's no level change. When you guys change levels, that's what forces a reaction out of the DB. When you guys don't change levels, he's not going to react. It's going to be a slow break and you're going to be drifting off of this route. So you got to make sure that we're able to drop, right? So it's like a 2-step drop. It's 1, 2, and then 3, 4. And you see when he gives his head and shoulder fake to the outside, this is what sells the out route. We're trying to sell like you're running a 3-step out route break, right? Like a lot of people like to do. They break on the inside leg, pivot off the outside, then hook around with the third, and then they drive out of there. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to drop. It's 1, 2, and then we hit him with a 3, 4. Head and shoulders go to the outside, head fake, shoulder fake, hip fake, whatever. DB's eyes are extremely high, right? But if that DB were to be watching my hips, I'd still be able to get separation because Kraft does such a good job of actually throwing to the inside and actually getting him to jump off. And then when we get to this spot, obviously we could create a ton of separations. Watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by River here, getting some separation with the dive release, moving him off the block, giving me a little bit more space to really sell this out route and overemphasizing my head and shoulder fake. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job getting some separation on this square cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure there's some kind of tempo to this move at the top of the route, fellas, to get as much separation as possible. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I always appreciate the feedback. And again, fellas, if you're a wide receiver, you want to maintain that speed, explosiveness, and all the above that you have built in the offseason, broken down a specific 4-week schedule with sets and repetitions. Check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.